Alright guys, this is a follow-up of the two CVS pharmacists that killed themselves in Pennsylvania in the same week, 3 days apart. These pharmacists worked in the same district. This is gonna be the messiest video I've ever made, but it has to happen. The first pharmacist that killed himself was Robert Raybook. This was on Thursday, June 12th. I'm getting a bunch of messages from pharmacy staff about this. Rob worked at 1662, that's the store number, and he had a psychotic break that was reported to CVS, but no one checked on him. I got another message from another pharmacy staff member saying that he had a full mental breakdown. He had been on leave of absence for months before he ended his life, but his breakdown was over CVS. He said someone was watching him from CVS and that's why he can't come back. On Sunday, June 15, the second pharmacist, Mason Porta, took his own life. I've received a lot of messages about this. From what they've told me, Mason was a new grad pharmacist. He took a contract with CVS and moved from Kentucky to Pennsylvania. This store in Pennsylvania seemed to be a high-volume store in an inner city. Some staff members were telling me he was thrown into that store with no managerial training, and then he was reprimanded for not following what they wanted him to do with no idea how to do it. I was told that he was in constant disagreement with CVS over hours and metrics. This is not new. This is a known issue. CVS does not give us the hours. Did not give me the hours when I worked there as a pharmacist. Practically every store is like that. The staff member told me that he cared deeply about his technicians and his patients. He also told me that he didn't follow what corporate wanted and the DLs pushed him to his breaking point. DL means district leader. Here's some of the messages I got. Hello, I work in the district where the two pharmacists committed suicide. Mason was actually my boss. 12 members of corporate showed up to our store to tell us that we would get in legal trouble for sharing any information about what happened, and that she didn't want me to get in trouble for sharing this. But I don't work there anymore. I asked for more information about who showed up, and this is what they told me. One of the ladies was head of HR, I think her name was Beverly. She pretty much said that CVS will terminate and sue anyone who speaks about this and told us to refer to the media policy. They have a social media policy. Someone from corporate has come in every single day since we got the news, and they keep asking us what information we might have on both the pharmacists. It's known that the techs at my store would help out at the store where Rob passed, so we all knew both of the pharmacists. Seemed like an interrogation more than support. They won't let us mourn in peace or even come to terms with what is happening without trying to warp the story. We keep getting reminded that they had lives outside of work and their workload wasn't as high since Rob was on leave of absence and Mason stepped down as manager. Mason was still asked to do all the work a manager is required to do. They never changed his title in the system. I messaged back that the story's nowhere to be found. There were 2 Reddit forums that popped up, but a moderator locked them. This is one of them. And this is the other one. It was a known issue that we were going hours, and the head of HR said something to us about it. Going over hours. Can't stand that they're being locked up and deleted, the same as the George YOUR.FAV case. CVS has a lot of skeletons in the closet. George YOUR.FAV was a CVS pharmacist. He would change the hotels he was staying at and invite everyone back because of how much they drank. And then at least one person would wake up with obvious signs of something happening, but he would make it seem like it was consensual. This same district was under a lot of heat not long ago for this whole situation. We were all told we can't speak out about it, and the case eventually went away. There were techs and pharmacists being sexually assaulted, and CVS brushed that under the rug while firing the victims. They weren't sure what George's title was, but was told that he's corporate, and started out by inviting techs and pharmacists to nice dinners to help improve scores and offer advice. CVS baby, intimidating your staff is not going to make this go away. I've noticed that I've quickly become the conduit for all problems of retail pharmacy. I don't mind being that because somebody has to say something or it's never going to get better.